I don't know if you've ever seen the Disney film Moana. We're all a bit obsessed with it in our household. But if you haven't seen it, it's about this girl called Moana who lives on this beautiful remote island in the middle of the ocean. And everything she's ever known is on that island. And she has every reason to stay put and enjoy it. But the thing is, there's this voice inside her telling her to go out and sail beyond the safety of the reef and to risk unknown circumstances. That's to follow the call of her heart. And some of the people that she loves the most tell her to stay put, but she chooses to follow that voice inside. Now, I don't want to give away any spoilers, so let's just say she ends up having this epic adventure, and she totally gains from taking that risk. The Bible often talks about hearing from God in this sort of way. So there's this great story about a guy called Elijah who's standing on a mountain and he's trying to hear what God's saying to him. And along comes this powerful windstorm, and the windstorm is followed by a massive earthquake. And the earthquake is followed by a raging fire. And God isn't in any of those things. God's voice comes afterwards as a gentle whisper, the voice inside. In my own experience of hearing from God in this way, it's not always been about the big, dramatic, life-changing things, although there have been a few of those. It's also often about the little everyday things. So I can remember this time when it was the kids' bedtime in our household, and we'd lost Elsa here, and she's a very important part of bedtime. So Steve decided that he was going to ask God to show us where she was. And shortly after he had, that little voice popped into his head and said that he needed to look behind the radiator. And sure enough, we looked behind the radiator, and there she was. Now, I know I shouldn't be surprised when stuff like that happens, but I always find it amazing when it does. So, my ponder this week is, what could that little voice inside be saying at any given time? If you're not sure, you could always try asking God to show you. Take care, guys.